following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Dell in Texas. Hey, Dell, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing, man?
Thanks for my call. Great.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
I love your show. I just stumbled upon it probably, maybe a month ago.
And how'd you find us?
I found you on YouTube.
YouTube. That's a beautiful thing. Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us. Welcome to the Tiger family, man.
Wow.
I like it. Totally.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, a safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Always have a plan and believe in it. Nothing good happens by accident. Chuck Knox. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow up 19, NASDAQ up 21, S&P's up 450, gold contract down $8.50, traded at $1,254 an ounce. Silver down 7 cents at $15.32 an ounce. Platinum off $4 at $9.78 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.69, $38.19 a barrel. Bonds, we have the 10-year note down 13 ticks, 123.02. The 30-year bond off a full point, 3 ticks, 162.28. King dollar once again can't handle higher price. King dollar was up 222 ticks today. It's down 61 right now, 97.14. We have the euro trading at 110, and the yen is at 113.13. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? The world of the S&Ps, let's look at it. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it's so deviant, it's amazing. Okay, so check it out. So if we go to the SPY, what you have is this. SPY yesterday, well, first off, you get to really go back to last Friday. Last Friday, you go topside, 129 million shares. Now, 129 million shares, folks, is not a lot of volume. What it was, though, is a slight expansion of the prior days, on account of trend bounce, okay? So you get up into the fourth, 129 million. We backed down yesterday, and yes, we backed down yesterday, did 123 million. Well, what you're doing out here today, you're actually you're testing the lows of yesterday on dramatically lighter volume. This little baby looks to me like it's setting a small ABC up. Okay, which is just a mind blower. But bottom line, that's what you have here. Each and every time, if we go take a look at, first we'll go over to the E-minis. And this is going to be really cool coming into the close today because we know how nasty it got yesterday coming into the close. Coming into the close yesterday, we start 2 o'clock, the S&Ps were at 1992. At the close, the S&Ps are down at 1976. 1976, that was at 10 minutes of 4, okay? Bottom line, the market this morning, as soon as it opened up, bang, goes from 1987 down to the 1978. That level, though, this is what's cool. That level there, that came down with 96,000 contracts in the S&P, testing 123,000. So they couldn't bust it down, okay? Now, where we at? Bottom line, you've been oscillating between the 1989 level at the highs and well, not the lows of the day, it'd be oscillating between the 1982. If we go over to the NQs, and we take a look at the NQs, this is what you have with the NQs. This is pretty amazing, too, actually. The NQs have been hanging at 42.90. Right now, we're at 42.82. We bring this back. You're going to see the same type of setup inside the NQs. What we did with the NQs at 350 yesterday, you come down fast, furious, 18,000 contracts. We got a low established out there at 42.56. This morning on the open, guess what? They take the NQs from 42.96 down to 42.56. Dramatically lighter volume. This is what you have. You had volume come down there with 9,100 contracts versus the trashing yesterday of 18,000. Okay, so where are we at now? Bottom line, at the top of this consolidation, it's 42.90. 42.90 each and every time it's up there, basically loses its steam, and we'll see how it can shake and bake coming into this close out here. Now, what we did have is that as the DAX was closing, as the European markets are closing, they sold them off into the close. Okay, so that scenario there that I just kind of brought you through is really like the bearish scenario because the DAX and the FTSE was selling off into the close. Now let me bring you into the bullish scenario with 60 minutes left in the marketplace. The bullish one, first off, is the S&P's pulling back with lighter volume, NASDAQ pulling back with lighter volume, all of the above. Now let's go over to the bonds. The bonds are still saying that the market wants higher price. If we go to the 10-year note first, what you're going to see is that the 10-year note right now is down 13 ticks. It's been down as much as 15. It's given everything back from yesterday. What the notes are going to need for lower price is higher volume. But thus far, can't catch a bid, can't hold that bid. We go over to the 30-year bond. What you have with the bonds, same type of setup inside the bond market, the 30-year bond market, that is. 30-year right here, you're down with 205,000 contracts. That also is going to need more volume in order to break down in price. Thus far, it hasn't been able to hold price. King dollar, what do we have with King dollar out here? We take a look at King dollar. King dollar just can't handle higher price. Pretty amazing, actually. DXH6. What we have with King dollar thus far is that it got up to a price point today of 97.58. We're trading right now at 97.15. Volume was 25,000. 25,000 was going into 33. You got a big seller inside the dollar. The dollar, I suspect, is going to run down to the 95.28 area. That's the low that was established out here on February 11th. The larger number is the August 24th level. That's where this baby looks to me that it wants to get down and into. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Bottom line is that they can't whack it. They basically took it down out here today. And what you have with gold, this was a rejection. This is going to be really wild, too, watching, because we'll get Draghi talking tomorrow. That's going to basically move commodities. It's going to move the S&P. It's going to move currencies. He normally doesn't have much to say, but he normally moves markets. Gold. What did gold do? So gold got down to 1243 today. We've done 212,000 contracts. Right now, we're 1254.20. Well, 1254.30 is a rejection of the February 24th area. That was 274,000. So bottom line, that is still saying that gold wants higher price. Pretty wild, but bottom line, you pull back to the high of that bar, rejected it. You're going to have a lot lighter volume. Coming into Thursday and Friday, action, folks. Action, volatility, all of the above. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We come right back. Dow up 3, NASDAQ up 16, S&P's up 250. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow flat right now. Nasdaq's up 14. S&Ps are up 2. If we go inside, first off, the NDX 100 and see what is moving markets around here. And volatility, you talk about in spades, folks. You've had it in spades all day long here, both up and down. So the taken away from the NDX 100 right now, which has been out there all day, is Regeneron. That's down $19.81, trading at $375. INCY is down $258 at $68.59. Biogen is down $726 at $254. And you got Amgen down $393, trading out at $140.69. Putting some juice into it, you got Mylan Pharmaceutical up $1.72 at $46.47. Symantec is up 60 cents. You have Tesla up $6.33 at $208. And you got AMAT up 44 cents at $19.22. We go into the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. What we have at the Dow Industrials, Chevron's the leader out there. Chevron is up $4, trading at $92.76. We'll get our head wrapped around that oil market, too, because oil went to higher price, continues to want to go to higher price. Cisco is up 56 cents at $27.61. Microsoft's up $92 cents rather, at $52.57. And you got Pfizer is trading up 28 cents at $29 and 64 cents. Taken away from it, on the way down, Nike is down 169. You got Walmart off 41 cents. Goldman Sachs is down 165, and Home Depot is down $1.30. The let's see where IBB. So let's go over to the IBB. So the IBB, folks, is what basically, well, brought the Nasdaq down this morning, fast, furious, kept crawling all the way back. Well, the IBB, you're pulling back today. IBB's down $3.73. You've done 2.5 million shares, and 2.5 is going into 2.7. So it's possible that we'll get a couple 100,000 coming into the close. We'll see how that shakes out. If that's what you get, that's cut down in volume. If you don't have that expansion happening, it's like, okay, that consolidation more than likely will stay in place. Now, let's go over to the oil market. We take a look at oil. The oil numbers came out today. When oil came out, bottom line, oil goes topside. We're up $1.63. You're trading at $38.12. We have contract value out here of 658,000 contracts. That's big contract volume, folks. This is pushing highs on volume. So Monday, we do 710,000 contracts. Tuesday, 707,000 contracts. We'll probably do 700,000 contracts today. You're pushing on volume. This baby, I suspect, wants to get up and over the $40 mark, and with his game out here is at $45. If we go over to the Exxon Mobil, if you want to see that correlation, Exxon and Chevron have two swing highs that want to get hit. They swing high, and Exxon is up there at $87 from November 3rd. Now, it's kind of intriguing bringing Exxon up. Chevron is up $4 and Exxon's down 19 cents. Guess what? Exxon's down with lighter volume. Bottom line, that still wants higher price. Chevron, we go look at Chevron, CVX. What you have with CVX here, this is a big move. Yeah, this is a sweet move. Chevron, you're up $4. You have wide price spread. You have accelerated volume, and you have a high volume swing point out there at November 3rd. That, to me, also wants to get hit. We'll see where that shakes out, but that's the way that's setting up right now. Let's go over and we take a look at the silver market, because silver continues to not catch a bid. And the rest of the commodities, it looks to me like waiting there just patiently for silver. What you have with the silver market is this. Silver's down 8 cents today. You're trading at $15.31. It does have lighter volume on the pullback. So at this point, it's still not a bad situation, meaning that it looks like it's still continuing to build cause to get up into the October swing highs. And the October swing highs inside silver, folks, are out there at $16.24. And gold's way over those highs. So when you look at those correlations and how they shake out, it's like, okay, what's the problem with silver? Well, we'll find out. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this low volume market, because what you have out here today is that this has been testing the lows of yesterday, has been testing them with lighter volume. That's telling me that we still want higher price. You got Freeport-McMoRan's up 53 cents. You got Barrick Gold up 41. Cisco is up 54. You got Microsoft up $1. So what's going on with Microsoft? MSFT. That's MSFT. Okay, so Microsoft's up on light volume. What you do want to wrap your head around is that, when Microsoft starts moving, folks, Microsoft is a huge component inside the NDX 100, the S&Ps, and the Dow. So if that baby really gets some traction underneath it, that even on a counter trend bounce, that can put some numbers up into those indices. That's how that baby shakes out. We take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. This is what you have inside the Dow. We have Caterpillar flat. Let's see. Disney's down 50 cents. Oxy's up 226. Let's go to Oxy just for a second. That's not a Dow stock, but let's go look at it. So, yeah, this is just a consolidation. Occidental is not like Chevron or Exxon. Different setup. Totally different setup, too. Meaning, I'm not looking for them to go to higher price. It just doesn't seem to be there. Procter & Gamble is down 35 cents. You have J.P. Morgan up 18. Big Mac is up $1. Johnson & Johnson is up 31 cents. Let's go take a look at J.P. Morgan Chase, the banking structure. Banking structure also. See, the banking structure can't get out of its way. You've had this expansion, in the indices. And the indices are trading up like at the December 18th level. J.P. Morgan is still trading down at its lows. This is going to be a problem. The next leg down, these financials, I suspect, they not only test their swing lows, they very well could be an ABC structure on the way down. So that's J.P. Morgan. We go take a look at Bank of America, BAC, and we have same type of setup in Bank of America. If Bank of America was up near its downdraft from the 18th, it would be at $16.40, and right now Bank of America is trading out here at a price point of $13.10. So I suspect what will affect here, let's go look at rates, because if you look at rates right now in Europe, and Draghi's going to be out there tomorrow, and the real key is going to be, does he go even more negative, meaning negative rates? Because if we take a look at the 2-year in Europe right now, United Kingdom is still up. Guess what? France is negative, Germany's negative, Italy's negative, Spain is negative, Sweden is negative, Netherlands are negative. That's like a mind blower, folks. Bottom line is that half those countries don't have any money, and you got to pay them to basically give them your money. It's wild. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 13, Nasdaq's up 16, S&Ps are up 3.5. We go over and we take a look at the commodity markets. This is what you have happening in the commodity markets out here today. Gasoline, you talk about catching a bid. It's up 7 pennies. Wholesale gas right now is $1.49. Crude oil, $1.49 by the way too. That's up 5%. Gasoline. So you get big tanks out there. I think you better get them filled quick, folks. You get crude oil up 3.8%. Natural gas is up 2.8. Let's see. On the way down, nickel, they're crushing nickel. Nickel's down 8.5%. You got aluminum off 2%. Sugar's down 1.5%. Orange juice is up 1%. Lean hogs is up 1.2%. Cocoa is up 1.7%. The big move out here today, no doubt, is the oil market. And with that being said, I want to go over to natural gas and see if we're not catching a bid inside natural gas. So natural gas out here, this is what we have. Natural gas is at 185. Yeah, and you get some juice underneath this. This is pretty cool. Okay, so check it out. You know, Monday, natural gas goes from a price point of 173 to 184. We have volume of 95,000 contracts. Yesterday we did volume of 98,000. Right now we're at 80. You know, what you're going to be looking for here, you're going to let it expand a bit more and then wait for a pullback and then see what type of a pullback it comes. The reason being, of course, is that this natural gas contract has been just a disaster. And so what you want is that you want proof, number one, it can go up. And then when you get a pullback with lighter volume, that's when you can set your price parameters. That's the key about having the pullback aspect. Once you have an acceleration up or an acceleration down. If you're going short a stock or an equity or a commodity, you're looking for it to down volume, back up with lighter volume so that you're setting up your parameters as to where you're going to trade that thing. The volume characteristic in the indices out here today, let's see where we're at. Okay, so you're at 330. Right now, it's 644 million on the NYSE. That means it's going to come in less than yesterday. It should come in maybe about 1 billion shares. We go take a look at the NDX, the NASDAQ composite. Composite could come in about the same. Right now, 1.4 billion. That's saying it could come in about the same. The close out here today is going to be really intriguing, folks. And the reason being is that the way that they hit the market yesterday, they hit it really good at 10.03. We tested that many times this morning. We basically hit it right at the open. They've tested it a few times, but the market hasn't been able to also get to higher price. You know, so the test should come as to can it get any lower. That being said, what does happen is that we've stayed at that 42.90 level on the NQs for quite a bit of time today. We've tested it, let's see how many times. NQ, because this always gets cool when, you know, you're up there and it didn't have the juice, but when you stay at a top of a level for a long period of time and it just keeps refusing to go down off that level, your probability gets, you know, pretty good that that's the cause building of it, and it's going to go try to bust that level and try to get into higher price. You know, so NQ, that doesn't look right. 1 second. I know, NQH6. I know we're not at 75. NQM6. Yeah, I guess that's where we're at. We're 42, yeah, 42.76. All right. No, we're 42.86. 1 second. NQH6. There we go. Okay. So what it's doing, once again, it's coming up. It's going to try to get into this 42.90 again. Let's go to Alex in Newton, Mass. Hey, Alex, what's going on?
Oh, it's summer here.
I heard. I know.
75.
How cool is that?
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I want to talk about precious metals.
Okay.
So, gold, silver, and platinum. To me, gold is overextended, but if you will take a look at PPLT,
yep.
To me, that's the most beautiful chart you can get.
So PPLT, folks, is the ETF physical platinum shares, okay? This is an exchange-traded fund that's mimicking the price of platinum. Okay, so we bring this up.
I have it in my retirement portfolio from 87.
Yeah.
I want to add it at around, I would say, I don't know, maybe 93, 92. We'll see how it will go, but I'm so greedy, I want to hold it up to 127, 126, something like that.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. So what's going on here is that he's looking for a much larger trade. And, inside this market, that's been trouble for 3 or 4 years. That being said, I absolutely agree with you, man. I mean, I'm in this metals market big, and I'm holding, man. I like how this thing is trading. The risk versus the reward, not only just technically, but fundamentally, folks, okay? Every time that I look, whether it's platinum or gold, it blows my mind that you're talking about, in the gold market, I have it down pat. I don't know how many tons of dirt you need for platinum, but in gold, you need 10 tons of dirt. And that's if you've got a good mine to get 1 ounce of gold. It's like, oh, really? I mean, every time I look at that, Alex, it's like, you're going to be kidding me. And what Alex is talking about, platinum, folks, is much more precious than gold. Okay? It's amazing. It's amazing that it has been under the price of gold now for almost a couple years. Yeah, I like the trade, man,
Thank you. That people will be pissed off in 1 year when they will see like 30% move in platinum, and they will all jump on, and
you'll sell it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Exactly.
Listen, I on the last run up, I think I sold platinum at $2,200 on the last run up. I think it was $2,250. It was like insane. Okay, and platinum's $990 or something right now, folks. Yeah, platinum is unbelievable, man. When platinum moves, man, it just takes off. And if you doing some homework just on the aspect of what something is worth, folks, is pretty cool, because you'll really be able to wrap your head around when you look at other things that you're buying versus what platinum is worth, or what it takes to basically get an ounce of platinum. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Thank you, Tom.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. I'm coming right back. We have the Dow up 17, NASDAQ up 19, S&P's up 4.5. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 14. You get the Nasdaq up 17. S&Ps are up $4. And of course, don't forget, every trading day, folks, no matter where you are in the country right now, you know, if you're listening in your car, remember that you can get us 24 hours a day right on your cell phone. It's just TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. We do live programming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, live programming from 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. If you haven't test drove the Tiger TV right on your cell phone, do it, folks. You're just going to crack up that the audio is fabulous, the TV aspect of it is fabulous, and of course, don't do this when you're in your car, okay? You can throw it beside you, but don't be watching TV in your car, that's for sure. But bottom line, you're sitting around grooving, great way to see what's going on in the marketplace. The charts come up, the whole ball of wax comes up, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And if you do enjoy TFNN, folks, would love you to tell 3 people. You know, bottom line, you're doing a great job out there for us, and we really do appreciate that. So, coming into the market tomorrow morning, what are we going to have? Well, 8:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. That's when, I suspect, that's when Draghi will be talking in Europe, and you'll see those, futures moving around. That's what it comes down to, okay? Whether we'll find out whether it's going to go up, down, or all around. My take is that this counter trend bounce is not over yet. I know it sounds insane, folks, but guess what? This is like the most deviant little market that there is, and each and every time that the market, even intraday, tries to get to lows, guess what? It just doesn't do it. Just doesn't do it. Today, coming into the close, is going to be a big one. The reason that today's a big one coming into the close, because of how the pattern would set up, basically. So you get a picture. We close 4:15 futures. Dow, Nasdaq's going to close at 4, basically for general purposes. Then the key is, okay, how do you set up for overnight coming into the announcement tomorrow? So it's gonna make a difference. Let's go to George in Massachusetts. Hey, George, what's going on?
How you doing, Tommy? 78 degrees up here today.
I heard. It's so funny, and you gotta love this. All my friends were sending me pictures of Castle Island in South Boston, folks, and it is mobbed. I mean, it's just mobbed beyond belief. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's great. It's everybody's out enjoying it. We're gonna go back to some cold, but we'll get through it.
That's all right. That's groove it right now, man. That's right. So, what are we gonna look at?
SBGL Sibanye Gold.
Let's take a look at it. You get SBGL Sibanye Gold. Now, this is a gold company that got spun off from Goldfields, folks. They took at the time, they thought they were spinning off the worst mines that they had. And what ended up happening is that they ended up being the best mines because of the fact that the rand dollar went from 6 up to 16. Okay, so bottom line is that this is a company that, what happens with the deep mines in South Africa, folks, is that the cost structure is more expensive than mines across the world, but they have millions. And the South Africans don't talk in thousands or hundreds of thousands of ounces. They talk in millions of ounces of gold coming out. Then you have the aspect of the currency equivalent, which what it ends up happening is that all their expenses are in rand dollars and they get paid in U.S. dollars. It couldn't be any better. That's like just the best you can have.
They seem to be going into platinum now more, and you even keep talking about how platinum's so much lower and it's got to go above, so that's why I got into it.
That's right. Well, what they've done, I don't know if they bought it yet, but they're trying to buy a platinum company, right? That's what I think they're doing, right? Let's see.
They've been moving with platinum the past few days when all the other gold wasn't moving.
Yeah, because I think they either have a deal with a company right now. I see what happened, and this is really, so check this out. This is really a trip, folks. This is a fundamental deal, but this is pretty cool. So picture this. This company goes up so dramatically, but platinum had, because it went down so dramatically, okay? Yeah, see, they're still iron purchases. But what's going on is this. The platinum companies are hurting beyond belief right now. This company has huge amounts of cash, so they're going after the platinum companies where, because of the trashing inside the commodities market, there's not many companies that can actually go after platinum companies, period. You know, because no one has any money, you know, so. You know, the danger in this one, of course, is just like, you know, these other ones that have gone up so dramatically is that, you know, you're going to get a correction. And the real question is, you know, where's the correction come down to? You're at $14. Can it come down to 10? Yeah, it can come down to 10 easy, you know.
Really? Wow.
Well, I mean, it went nonstop from $6 to 15. You're in it, though, right?
Yeah, I'm in it. I've been in it about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Like, I sold some calls on it yesterday when it went way up.
Oh, that's cool, man. Okay. Okay. You know, I guess on something like this, you almost got to, the real question is, like, where do you put a stop? See, a natural retracement on this, folks, this is an equity like you really don't want to get out of, but you're still going to put a stop on it because it's like, man, you know, a natural retracement is $10.14.
Okay.
But, of course, $10.14, you're at 14, you'll start pulling your hair out and say, why didn't I get out of the 14? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it's so much money, man, you know. Now, that being said, you know, when I pull this up on a chart, what you're going to see, folks, is that this is at all-time highs because it's a new stock, and it did take out its 2 swing points with volume. So I can make the case that you get 11, 4, well, that's actually, be a little careful, actually, because when you do the price projection of what it took out also, if I do 11.29 from that swing point, July of 2014, to $4, that gives you $8. Well, it's still $19 when you put 8 to, no, it's still 19. $19 would be when it gets to 19, start worrying.
Okay.
Cooking, brother.
Thanks, Tom. Have a good one.
Okay, man, have a great one. 80 degrees in Boston. You got to love that. That is absolutely phenomenal. There's no doubt about that. Let's go over and we take a look at the XAU, the HUI. So XAU out here, what we're going to see out here now, this is going to be really wild because I'll get the volume tonight. If this pullback was on lighter volume, man, this is, you know, coming into a Thursday and Friday, the XAU has a high volume swing point at $70.80. Yesterday we pulled back with lighter volume. That high volume swing has 82 million. We pulled back yesterday with 52. I don't get this to about 8 o'clock at night in the XAU, but if that has lighter volume, which it looks to me like, because some of the equities have lighter volume, that could, number one, go for the swing point. Number two, it can be a very large ABC structure on the way up, which would just be a mind blower. You go into the HUI, Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index, same deal. It's rejected lower price. The real question is, you know, we do have a high volume spike at the highs. That was generated March 4th. Went up there with 44 million, pull back with 30 million. See what you have tonight coming into the close. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials up 10, NASDAQ up 19, S&P's up 3.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 13, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are up, 4 points. So bottom line is that we'll see what kind of a close we come out with. If we go over to the small caps, folks, we take a look at the small caps, the IWM. Now, the IWM yesterday came down with volume. The IWM came down yesterday with 46 million shares. The low of yesterday was $106.14. Well, it did what it had to do today in order to get the higher price. And what that specifically is that it got to a lower low, got to $106.07, had dramatically lighter volume, 22 million shares. So now we'll see if it can build some cause to get up into a higher price once again. We go into the NDX 100, the 3 Qs. What you're going to see in the 3 Qs out here, we did 24 million shares today. Yesterday, you come down with 28 million. You rejected lower price. We hit 103.96 today. The low of yesterday was 103.97. So you got under that low, had lighter volume. That's also setting up that wants higher price. We go into the SPY. What do you have with the SPY? Same type of setup inside the SPY. The SPY out here. got to a price point today of $198.43. The low of yesterday was $198.21. Yesterday we did 123 million shares. Today you did 100. You've only done 77 million. See, the SPY is really cool, man. That contraction is so much less. It's amazing, because what we have out here, you have a test of the lows. That's what this whole baby has been doing. It's not higher price. This is a test of the lows of yesterday after having a small spike high last Friday. So you can expect, I expect this volatility to continue. And it's the bonds. If the bonds stay kind of where they are right now coming into the close, that is going to also basically lay out that the market still wants higher price. Now, what does happen in the bond market is that bonds need more volume to get to lower price. What we did is this: the 10-year out here today has only done 1 million contracts. That's not a lot of contract volume. The 10-year is capable of doing 1.5, 1.4 million on the way down or the way up. And thus far it's done it twice on the way down. We did it on the 1st of March. That came down to 129, 1.5 million. Then we got down to 128.29. That did 1.5 million. When we went up with dramatically lighter volume, 1.1. The 30-year, if we take a look at the 30-year, there is harmony here, meaning that the 30-year also needs more volume in order to go down. And this is something that you're going to want to watch like a hawk. The reason being is that when these bonds change, if these bonds want higher price, that is where that flip in the marketplace, I suspect, will be. Meaning that you go from the context of being a counter trend bounce on the way up versus what? Versus selling the heck out of this market on the way down. Because the counter trend bounce itself, no doubt, has been powerful. That being said, and I do expect we're still going to go higher, but that being said, what you have is that the leg that we went up versus the leg that we went down in December is still dramatically lighter. This is a market that still wants lower price. My take is that the deviance inside the marketplace is that it wants to go fill the December 31st area, and that's where the market looks like a gap down, but the fact is that we're closed for a few days. But that's where the whole downdraft, really start getting some juice underneath it. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back with some numbers. Dow Industrials up 11, NASDAQ up 18, S&P's up 4. We're going to be right back, folks.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sean in Canada. Hey, Sean, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how's it going, brother?
It's going great, man. How you doing?
I'm a huge fan of the show. I just found out about you guys within the last month and a half.
Okay.
And I can't believe, I'm like, where did these guys come from?
How did you find out about us?
Sometimes I'll go in the search engine and try to find some market analysis.
Okay, man. Welcome to the Tiger family. Appreciate you growling a problem with us, man.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm just excited to watch your bid. I get a lot out of them. I really love the intros you do, and the excitement and the energy, and you guys are pretty special.
Well, we get a great network, man, and there's a lot of diversity, man, and we're really lucky. Thank you so much for calling, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Sean. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too, bud.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. I heard it's absolutely fabulous up in the Northeast. Enjoy that summer day. Grab it all. And get your shots on. Because we're going to be needing those shots pretty soon as I get that bear suit out. Not yet, but we're going to be getting it out. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 36. NASDAQ up 25. S&P's up 6. Gold contract down $11, traded $1,251 an ounce. Silver down 9 cents at $15.29 an ounce. Copper up a penny and a half at $2.23 a pound. Light sweet crude caught a big bid, folks. Up $1.73, $38.23 a barrel. Bonds, the oil market wants $40. More than likely, I suspect we're going to be at $44. Big move, man. Bonds, you have the 10-year down 12 ticks, 129.04. 30 down 26 ticks, 163.04. Now, the 10 and the 30, folks, gave it up on price. Yesterday we went higher, had lighter volume. Today we come lower and we had lighter volume. You want to keep your eye on those big time because the switch from bonds wanting to go down on price, higher in yield, versus going up is going to be coordinated with this S&P, where the S&P, I suspect, is going to go from being up to being down. King dollar down 41 ticks at 97.16. King dollar was up 222 ticks today. Couldn't handle higher price. Back down. Euro at $1.10. Tomorrow morning, you're going to see this euro move around quite a bit. Why? Draghi's going to be coming out 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see whether I don't see him going up on rates. That's for sure. The bottom line is that how much more is he going to go negative, and we'll find out. The yen's trading at 113.43. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We bring up the SPY, and what you're going to see here is this. This SPY, folks, looks like it's setting up a nice small, well, it's not a small ABC up. It's a decent ABC up. What we did out here in the SPY today is this. We got down to a price point of $198.43. We did that with 87 million shares traded versus 123 million shares traded yesterday. Bottom line, you had the test, dramatically lighter volume, rejected price. Now it's going to go make the run for the last swing high up here, which was established last Friday. That swing high is $201.35. You take that out with volume, guess what? That brings you all the way up into the 205, 206 area. NDX 100, same setup in the NDX 100. Contraction of volume in a dramatic way. NDX 100, the low of yesterday was $103.97. You did 28 million shares. Today, guess what? $103.96. You did 28 million shares. A rejected, lower price, had lighter volume, because that also is going against the March 1st trading day, which had 37 million. So 2 days in a row, 28 million against 37 million. Bottom line, this also wants to get up into the $106.35 level. The way this is set up, it looks to me like we're going to have an ABC structure on the way up. See, because it's not going to be hard to take out that B point with volume. The B point on the NDX 100, folks, are the 3 Qs. It only had 31 million shares. That's going to be easy to take out. We haven't pulled back at all compared to how we went on a one-way route on the way up on this counter-trend bounce. On February 8th, the 3 Qs are at $94.84. It was a straight line move all the way up to $105. We've been messing around here for about a week, building cause. You know, bottom line, next couple days, I think you're going to see some big action. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract also rejected lower price on lighter volume. Gold contract out here today did 216,000 contracts, got down to a price point of $1,243. You're going into 274,000 contracts. Bottom line, gold also wants higher price. We go up and we take a look at the bonds. Now, this is the market that has been giving us the most amount of information. I suspect will continue to give us the most amount of information. And this is what it is. Okay, so what we have here is that we right now at a price point of $106 129.03. That 129.03, this year. So the 129.03, there it is. Yesterday we went up with 1.1 million contracts. Today you went down with 1 million contracts. Now, it didn't hold price, okay? So when you don't hold price, it basically sets up that you can get lower. What I want to see in order for this to get lower is higher volume. You know, I suspect we're going to go test the lows. The lows that would generate out here were Monday. That low was 128.26. You know, you test that low, and if you have an expansion with volume, oh, baby, that's a monster ABC down. So what you'd want to do is that you'd want to coordinate and keep your eye on those bonds, because if, in fact, we go after it, number one, and if you have an expansion in price, guess what that sets up? That sets up, folks, a monster ABC down. If you get a monster ABC down, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get a monster ABC up on the other side. So the correlation right here is pretty cool in the bonds and the S&P and the NASDAQ. Now let's get over and we take a look at the good old King Dollar. King Dollar just can't get out of its way. What we have with King Dollar is this. King Dollar right now is traded today up to a high of 97.58. We are at 97.16. You did 27,000 contracts. The 27,000 contracts was going into 33,000 contracts, as well as going into 60,000 contracts. This King Dollar, first off, I suspect wants to get down to 95.20, 94, and it's making its way down to its August swing low, which is in the 93 area. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow finished up 36. NASDAQ was up 25. S&Ps are up 8. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 36, NASDAQ up 25, S&P's up 8. Let's go to Don in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Hey, Don, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm sure it's nice and warm up there, too, right?
It is, yeah. I just took a nice 3-mile walk. It was beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome, man. It's going to feel great.
It was. It did. Yeah, you bet. Hey, trying to make a play on the oil and gas market here. I got 2 little stocks I'm looking at.
Okay.
And I'd just like your opinion on them. The first one is UNG. I see we got a high volume low. Well, no, actually, high volume. No, actually a low volume low. And we had some strength off the bottom. And it looks like it's taking a run for the swing point on the 24th. I'm just wondering if we're going to get a pullback on that, or you think this thing's on its way.
Okay, so let's take a look. The UNG, folks, is the U.S. Natural Gas Fund. It's the ETF structure for it. If we go over and we actually go take a look at the contract that is trading off, that was up 3.2% today. And the last 3 days, gas has finally caught a bid. And the bid has volume behind it, So as the counter trend bounce, I mean, natural gas, could go to like 218 in a heartbeat. I mean, natural gas has got absolutely killed.
You think we're looking at a retest to the low or getting in at a natural retracement?
This, to me, is low enough when you go into the UNG. I mean,
That's what I was thinking, too.
You're at 624. Is that, it can go down to 617. It can even go to 595. But when I look at 595, I'm looking at this other way, and it's like, hey, man, this can go to $8.87, man.
Right. Take a run for that swing point.
Yeah, exactly, And, natural gas is a market that absolutely got killed beyond belief. And commodities are moving. Natural gas certainly hasn't, but commodities are moving.
Well, that's why I'm looking at it. They're at the bottom, and that's usually a good time to buy when they're crying.
There's no doubt, man.
And the second one I'm looking at is USO.
USO. Well, USO has already moved quite a bit.
But my question on that one is we have a high volume low on that, and the retest of it seemed a little high to me on the 24th. The low came down to $8.14 versus $7.67. You think that was a legitimate retest to that high volume low, or do you think it's going to want to go down and retest that?
Yeah, no, that's a retest. So watch. What he's talking about is this. So I got this on a monthly now. So we got down at 792, 1.2 billion shares, actually. Billion shares. Then we tested with 1.1. That's what, 7%, 8%, 10. That's 9% less.
Yeah. So look for a retracement on, off of oil once it makes the 44. If it makes the 44 price point,
you can do that. You can do that. I wouldn't jump in right here because the oil run, I think, is going to go further, but it's a good run. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I'll
wait for a retracement.
On that, yeah. Thanks for your help, man.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. John Logan, who kicks us off every trading day. Now, listen, wherever you are in your car right now, folks, I want you to understand that we broadcast 24 hours a day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, we have live content. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. All of it, get right on your cell phone. TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. I'm in Mr. John Logan. Every morning has an outstanding show, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. Tune in. You're going to love it, folks. As you come over to our website at TFNN, you're also going to see right on the front page, you're going to see TAS Profile Scanner. John has this up each and every day. You can test drive this 2 weeks absolutely free. You don't even need a credit card. Just put your name and your email in. The only reason we need that is that when you hit that, that gets you the download. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. You'll absolutely love it. John Logan, what's going on?
God, good to be back with you. And I tried to do your Tiger Growl when I filled in for you last week. It was a total disaster, so I'm so happy to hear it again.
I bet it was dynamite, man. I bet it was dynamite. That North Carolina, you get tigers in North Carolina, don't you?
Maybe bobcats, but not really. That was kind of a bobcat growl.
I like it. I like it, man. I like it.
Hey, can we talk about the Aussie dollar for a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, man. And folks, listen, if you're listening to John was so bullish on this thing, man. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Pull it up.
Now we got to make some decisions here. And I'm basing this really, as we kind of, the crude's, in my opinion, getting near a place. I know it had a really good reversal today, but, I think 40, that general area is probably best case scenario for that in the interim.
Okay.
And that being said, we're going to have to take a look at some of these currencies.
There you go. I got it up now. Here, just give me 1 second. I'm going to put this over and see if. Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, this move that's happened and really, somewhat sympathetic with the crude oil move up and commodities kind of getting some legs here. The Australian dollar's moved up. We've met our short-term target, 74.40. We're obviously moving higher than that now. This is now, in my opinion, going to have to wait for that weekly close. But as we look at crude oil hitting, I think it might have $2 more in it right now on the upside. I'm kind of with you. I was listening to you earlier.
Yeah.
A little bit more, but it's a tenuous situation with all the fundamental stuff out there right now. The Canadian dollar, I'm gonna reference that really, really quick and then kind of come to a final statement here in a second. Been really bullish on the Australian dollar. It's kind of a wait and see now. I think crude might be giving out of gas, even though it had a really good reversal day. But if you look at the Canadian dollar, a lot of these, currencies that have a lot of relationship with, a crude oil, for instance, and the metals and what have you, they've obviously caved in. They've changed their tone, and when you look at the action today on the Canadian dollar, this getting back down below daily profiles again, it makes me think crude's got a little bit more left in it. I mean, this is a pretty good reaction. Australian dollar and the ruble, they're going to react to this also. But again, I'm going to pull up crude oil really quick. And just kind of show people what the long-term profiles are on this. If I can get to it, where is it? Let me pull up my other chart here.
You know what's so cool, John and folks,
Mm-hmm.
is that as John's talking about, crude's got a couple more dollars into it. You had the Australia, dollar had a nice run. Canadian dollar had a nice run. And I'm looking, between the bonds and the S&P, it's like, what's really cool is that as you learn these different instruments, folks, and we talk technical a lot, but what's also going on in the larger aspect is that the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, the commodity currencies, and when you see those turn, and if this is the turn again, well, guess what? What that's going to mean is what Sean is saying here. Oil pulls back, markets pull back, bonds go higher, all that turn happens again, which is so cool. You know what I mean?
It's a very nice setup because, if, crude, this is a long-term chart on crude on weekly. We've hit our targets.
Look at that, man. That's really coming up to some resistance. Holy cow.
Yeah, I actually personally took some off around 36.5. We got
that totally makes sense, right? Oh, yeah, I'm getting nervous being long right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stay right there, all right?
Okay.
John and I are coming right back, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We want to know what's going on in your world. And don't forget, folks, 8 o'clock in the morning, right here tomorrow morning, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. You're going to be able to listen to a show. John and I are coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, swim lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. John Logan. We right now are talking the oil market. And, of course, don't forget, every trading day, folks, John kicks us off 8 o'clock in the morning. No matter where you are right now in this great country of ours, in your car listening, remember that you can get us right on your cell phone, TFNN.com. Just hit Tiger TV. You'll be amazed at how the audio and the TV portion comes in, folks. It's just phenomenal. Okay, so I'm looking at your chart out here, John.
Yeah, so just to finish up our first segment's thought here, we were talking about, the Canadian dollar kind of caved in again.
Yes.
This crude oil reversal back, and to be honest with you, we hit this 38.29 area. There's the top of the profile on the daily there, if you can see that.
I can, yes.
And, it's been a nice, I'm concerned about this kind of being a range developing, and, at best we can probably get up to that 41 neighborhood. Where's that? 41.82 actually. So that would be kind of the lofty aspirations, in my opinion, for this move up right now.
Right.
That would be where we'd really have to start thinking about this. But those, the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar and the ruble, if this thing's going to stall a little bit, those are going to give people a chance for retracements, to not possibly pick the high print like I've been known to do to buy, So those particular, don't think that the train might be just leaving and never coming back. You're always going to get a chance to buy some support on those vehicles. And the Australian dollar, I just wanted to point out some I get a lot of emails about this. And let me pull up my Australian dollar again. When we go into that currency and we pop it up here, that top of the profile, which will be a retracement, would be that 74.40 area. So, even if we get a little higher, 75, 76, more than likely we're going to retest that area based on, crude and some other commodities possibly.
That's so cool, man. You know, and folks, the Australian dollar, you know, you talk about taking off. It took off from 68 to 74. That's a monster move, man. I mean,
that's a big move.
Huge.
Hey, also ExxonMobil.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that one a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was digging into the scanner, and we had talked about this thing meeting targets last week around, what was it, 84.29?
Okay.
This week we've met 84.46, so almost to the tick there, and then come off a couple of bucks. And we've got a new profile that's here. ExxonMobil takes a lot to move it, and I think this was a kind of a leading factor for that crude oil move. And I think with this week, looking at the action on it this week, I mean we could have this thing settling back a little bit. Again, you're going to have another chance to buy support on this thing at some point.
You know what's cool? Can you pull up Chevron? Because what happened out here today, folks, is this. Normally, they normally move pretty good together.
Yeah, let me
But the divergence out between Chevron and Exxon was pretty dramatic today. Chevron came in with $4 up, monster volume. Now, they come out on a fundamental aspect. They said, hey, we're going to defend our dividend. But we take it. That's a grain of salt in that aspect.
Yeah, this really. I'm looking at our chart in the scanner right now.
Yeah.
This really just basically touched the weekly unfair highs, and
that's what I wanted to know. That's what's so cool.
Yeah.
That you see that? That's what. Oh, that's awesome, man. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's. I mean, the XLE stocks, as you know, you called this pretty well too. Is it kind of led.
Oh, it's a good run. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of leading indicators for crude to kind of start moving north a little bit here, but Exxon's kind of hit the pressure point there. Chevron, there's still some great oil plays out there and things that don't seem to really care what. I mean, they just keep going.
Here, if we just bring up, we had this one, we sold it, folks. You want to see something, you can bring up Murphy Oil. And you were talking about this, man. I was sitting at home, 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, and, bring it up. I says, oh, man, this Murphy Oil is sick. And, this little baby, folks, in 4 days and 5 days ran from $16, up to $27. We moved it out. But guess what? It's acting perfect on a pullback right now. It went higher with 16 million shares, and today it only did 9.5. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, well, what's cool is the lower term time frames kind of regulate that trade. It's almost like a automatic volatility taking into consideration stop.
Yeah.
A lot of people will put trailing stops in. It's a monetary kind of stake in the ground, right? It's going to ratchet up.
Yeah.
And kind of hold its place. But these profiles kind of expand and contract and allow you to kind of, okay, well, the stock's getting volatile. I need to loosen up my stops. Does it for you, which is kind of cool.
No, it's huge.
I don't know if you looked at it that way. But
yeah.
I tell you what, also something else, a lot of these financials, Tom, if you want to go down that road.
Yeah, let's go down that road. I was looking at those in the first hour. Yeah.
Yeah, so did a video on the XLF kind of hitting some targets the other day based on possible supportive measure on the 10-year on the June contract.
Okay.
And, how they need a widening yield curve and all that kind of jazz. And this thing tomorrow, I think there's some really good opportunities in the XLF internals. You've got some stocks that are really still showing themselves as like, I don't really care what happens right now. The Goldman Sachs of the world, the Morgan Stanleys of the world. I don't know if you've looked at that lately. If we get an accommodating, yield rising type comment or two, and that happens tomorrow, and you talked about, bonds and notes kind of sitting down here ready to possibly do a flush. Some of these stocks you can keep your eye on them, like the Morgan Stanleys and the Goldman Sachs and a couple other ones. And I think had a couple other ones on my list here. They were right out of the scanner. If they don't move at all, there's some great opportunities to possibly look at those from the short side because they'll just show themselves. And they've been really,
I agree, man. What happens, folks, is that, we've had, so just to give you an idea, Morgan Stanley, it's trading at $24. Well, the correlation, that this market has gone to the December 18th lows. Well, on December 18th lows, that'd be $31. You're talking about, so,
I mean, it's been breaking down. I mean,
it's big time, man.
Tried to get its head above water here, but take a look at the weekly. I mean, this is seemingly range bound at best here. I mean, rising tides lifts all boats. I mean, if we get really, hawkish
well, they
comments,
must listen, man. I guess they paid so many fines that they must have holes in their boats and inside those financials.
That's
they
Jamie.
don't have enough fiberglass in their boats to hold them up.
Oh my God! I watch. I look at the news obviously, and I read everything about Jamie Dimon because it's become almost like a entertainment thing for me to read about. The amount of fines that company pays, along with Morgan Stanley, and if I could go make $30 billion and pay a $7 billion fine, what would you do?
It's a no-brainer. It blows my mind. When this first started, folks, meaning the fines that were coming out, 2008, 2009, I knew banks made money, but I never knew they made that much money. I mean, how do you pay hundreds of billions of dollars in fines and stay in business? Well, guess what? They've been hiding money for years because it says that's like unheard of. It blows my mind, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, don't get me started.
I know. Listen, why not?
How about something else? Can we take a look at Chipotle?
Yeah.
Have you been kind of
poor
keeping
Chipotle? And listen, I know what happened, folks, and we get listeners right now in their car, right in Bill Ricker. And I don't know exactly where this is, but I know Bill Ricker well. You stay right there, John. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
You stay right there, folks, and we'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. And as you come over to our website, the TFNN, folks, you're going to see right in the front page, the TAS profile scanner. There's 15 educational videos right there. They're all free, folks. Check it out. You're going to love this piece of software. John and I come right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom Swim takes your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 36, Nasdaq up 25, S&P's up 9.5. We're talking with our man, Mr. John Logan, and we are going to be talking about CMG, I believe.
Right? Yeah. I mean, all things considered, I mean, I know you've mentioned that you've eaten at this restaurant before and liked it. And it's unfortunate what's happened. I mean, that break that started happening back in February 2015, if you can see that on my screen, below profiles, going back and retesting, can't get through it, lockout one side of the marketplace, okay to be short.
I have it.
Not okay to be long. Then we got that new profile, boom, there's the support, and all this is in the scanner. And then we break down again, okay to be short, not okay to be long. I actually like this right now. And I tell you what, some new news came out today.
Yeah.
We've obviously, this is a volatile thing, keep your heart medicine near. But 494.15, right? So that's the unfair high on the weekly. It's already retested one time, retested again today. Really bad news. 494.15. We reached a low today of 492.50. All right, a little bit of noise there, bounced right up. I'm taking a look at the daily. This is our situation. Remember, those weeklies take precedence over the dailies when it comes to those long-term inflection points. I like it. I mean, I actually like this stock, believe it or not. And I think it's really cool because you can place some stops below 494 with a little bit of, appetite for risk, little variance there against that inflection point. And I think, I'm a little more bullish on the stock market than I am bearish. And I think that, I think we could get a little move back up in this thing. This is a trading opportunity. I don't know about a long-term investment, but I think it showed itself pretty well there, bouncing off that weekly unfair high. And I like the way the chart's set up now. I like it. It's almost like a consolidation move above a profile to move higher and find 560 and even higher again. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Nice. Well, that's, when these profiles set up, they're pretty amazing. Can we, and folks, as you come over to our website, there's 15 videos that John did on the front page, which is just phenomenal. When he starts the program out in the morning, he walks you through the markets, and it's so cool. And of course, tomorrow morning, John, you got good old Draghi out there. He's always a trip. He always has something to say, but he never has any action, man. But he moves markets. That's the other side of it.
Well, I'm sure he's going to. I heard a guy on CNBC today. I was laughing my butt off. I mean, you put on the tie and the white shoes, and then somebody might listen to you. Yeah. And it was one of those cases. It was like, well, I'm kind of bullish, but I may turn bearish, and I think we could possibly be in a range. He covered all three things, and I think that's what Draghi's going to, it's going to be all over the place. But this morning, I think we covered some pretty good ground on the S&Ps. It was a pretty good talk in general, and how we're looking at a couple of different things going on, and that major weekly unfair high around 1975 on the March contract. I think we do a roll tomorrow, don't we, on the S&Ps? Don't we roll to June tomorrow? I think we do.
Okay.
I'm not sure. So I'm still talking about the March contract, and it held pretty well. I got the June up right now. Let me switch it. This has held pretty good, and obviously that's a stop-oriented situation. But if markets don't like lower or higher rates right now, that's just a fact. They've feasted on somebody coming in and propping, rates.
Oh, there's no doubt, man. I mean, yeah.
So keep your eye on that. I mean, that we could have a big knee-jerk straight down, but it's kind of interesting how this thing's hanging on up here in the face of, a possibility of a little bit higher rate environment. It's kind of wild, actually.
Oh, listen, it is, man. I mean,
this thing's weathered so many storms, Tom. I mean, think about the commodity thing that's happened. Think about,
it has.
The crude oil situation. I mean, and think about, China. I mean, this thing's actually weathered some serious storms. I mean, it's been amazing.
Yeah. No, listen, and one of the Tigers just told us, so 7:45. So right before you're getting on, was going to be action. So that's perfect, man, actually.
Great. Lovely. How about Apple? Can we hit Apple?
Absolutely.
Or you got to go?
No. We're good. We're good.
Okay, let's hit Apple because
this is a money show, man. We want to give them as much as we can. We want to get that money, honey. We want these trades. We're gonna blame you or Larry or someone, man.
Of course.
We're only kidding, folks. We had 1 second, folks. I'm telling you, you got to listen at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you haven't test drove the Tigers Den, go test drive. It's 30 days free. You got to picture something, folks. You got to picture all these traders getting up. You know, half of them have probably been up in the middle of the night looking, you know, where the S&Ps are. John kicks us off, and, you know, all of a sudden, think, clink, 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 you get everyone coming on. And, of course, you know, we're all jokers on there, okay? So it's a great environment, okay, not only just for trading, just in general, in life, okay? You'll love it. I mean, it's seriously, man.
And the questions that come in, just to further that note, the questions that come into the den, I mean, everybody can benefit from them. I usually will kind of belabor it a little too long, the answer, but it's we try to give a little discussion on and mix in some education. It's just I think it's a cool thing.
No, it's huge, man. And you know, like, we're prejudiced to the TFNN folks, but you can't get the education anywhere. That's just how it works, okay? This is a business that you can't even go to Harvard or MIT and learn. When they come out of there, they still have to go somewhere else to learn what all these instruments are and how they work, and, you know, they can get it, but, you know.
And most of those guys on like a CNBC or even a Bloomberg, you know, those guys are generally interested in raising money. They're not necessarily talking from a trader's standpoint. I mean, you get traders' technical analysis standpoint on this network, and you know, Basil, you, Steve Rhodes, David White, Larry, obviously.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's invaluable, and you can get some different perspectives. And you know, when the stars
and you will get some different perspectives. There's no doubt.
Without question. So,
it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. So Apple, right up here in the top of the scanner I pulled up the XLK.
Okay.
And, looking at Apple, see a lot of red there. See a little bit of an arrow up on the daily, but you know, this 104 area. I want to point this out. I want to go to the chart. You know, this was after we passed. I think we talked about 97 was kind of a breakout point, but lofty aspirations are going to be 104. So we hit 103. What is that? 103.75 last week.
Yeah.
And we backed off. And, you know, if you're looking for longs, I mean, this is now going to have to really ratchet past 104. I'm not interested. I think you got better opportunities on the long side of this. And if you're looking for some shorts, you know, Apple, believe it or not, may be something, you know, to lean on from the short side a little bit more than the long side. But, you know, all bets are off above 104 on the short side. So.
Well, you know, and so, folks, this is what's so cool about the scanner, too. So picture this. We're in the probability business. These profiles, if you took that out, it's just like if oil took out, you know, that higher profile level. Yeah. Then, you know, guess what? You really got some action going, okay? Because then it's like, you know, bottom line.
Folks will be covering.
Yeah, huge. Huge, man.
Folks on the wrong side will be covering, and then you the cool thing is on something like you know, Apple, it's like here was that 97, Tom, right there, 97.50. Hey, we broke past it. Then you've got to wait. You're in no man's land. It's 104 or 97 again, and that's kind of what it does for me is block out one side.
You stay right there.
All right, cool.
Awesome. John and I are coming right back, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got our man, Mr. John Logan, with us. And don't forget, folks, tomorrow morning, okay, so we get off tonight. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, John kicks us off right here at TFNN. So no matter where you are right now, driving in your car, get right on your cell phone. TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Now, as you're hitting Tiger TV right now, I'm looking at, you have the ETF profiles, heat grid up in the TAS profile. And where are we going to go with this?
All right, so what I wanted to point out is, utilities have been top of the heap on the weekly and daily when it comes to ranking an aggregated kind of net breadth calculation.
Okay, cool.
Relative profiles, not the norm. We're going to change that name from breadth to the O'Brien indicator or something. So people get mixed up with it. That's my fault. And as we look at this, really powerful move in a lot of these underlying instruments, so the utilities, we can drill into it. I mean, 25 of the 28, 29 stocks are trading above profile still.
Wow.
And one of the things that I wanted to go back to is I want to go back to the chart, and this is in relation to, that the 10-year versus. Are you guys seeing my chart? I hope you are.
Oh yeah, we see it great.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
There's like a competition for yield. You've talked about it a lot. The treasuries versus the utilities and the dividends and blah blah blah. But it's really interesting how nobody's backed off of these utilities before this kind of talk tomorrow, and that really means to me that. Is anybody fearing that rates are going to go higher right now? That's really weird because you would think some people would start exiting positions.
I know.
Around these utilities. I mean, this is these are kind of like the anti-stocks when it's before you want to short.
They are, folks, and it's immediate. If rates go higher, the utilities get killed immediately. Okay, because it's a great dividend play. There's no doubt, man.
Yeah, but there's just been no slowdown to this, and support, find breakouts, support, find breakouts, and that's the only thing that worries me about the Treasuries possibly, might not go down, and it's almost like somebody knows something in the utilities, like, hey, let's keep buying utilities because we're not really scared that rates are going to go up. I don't know if I'm looking at that wrong, but
no, I think. Listen, I love how this actually is, because I get this up in a weekly, right? And you're coming into the initial downdraft that happened in February, okay? And we came down with 97 million shares, and we came down with 113 million. And bottom line is that you're going up with we'll go up with about 80 million. So the 80, and I'm taking in the rest of this week too,
right.
And I'm being generous. Actually, because what we've done thus far, we've done 49 million, and they average, 70 million. No, that's 70 million. If we average it out, it's 70 million. You're coming into that downdraft. You can see it right there. You have it right up, and that's where that navigator went high. That yellow bar right there. That baby had some monster volume, man. So it's like, okay, you're going into it. Now the price is held. That's exactly what John's talking about, folks. The price is holding, man. No one's budging, but
Yeah, and that's when a lot of these guys who have these long short models, a day like tomorrow, I mean, they try to plan for these things, but when you get sector rotation, those models literally have problems because they've been long utilities, they've been short. So, tomorrow could. I don't know what to think of this. I for the life of me, I was thinking, okay, well, it might be time to take these off. We kind of poked our head above here, but man, they just jammed this thing up again today.
Well, you know what I see where I'm going is this. I'm short bonds right now, right?
Okay.
But now I'm really nervous, okay? Because
I got you nervous.
Because no. And the reason, folks, is this: is that I know. Well, I feel I'm going to go short the S&P. And go long bonds, you know what I mean? And so I'm just doing this turn, but the range is so large, man. I like the trade. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cooking, brother. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
See you then.
Thanks so much, man.
Okay.
Just remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, folks. Visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, right here at TFNN.
Platinum, grains,